Hey everybody, thank you for clicking on this button, and I want to introduce you to a patient of ours, Jojo. Thanks for taking some time to sit down with us today. Joe originally came to our office several months ago suffering from Meniere's, and he's going to tell us a little bit about what his experience was. So what originally brought you in, and how long were you dealing with that for?
I've been dealing with this for probably 10 years.
Wow.
The last attack I had was pretty bad. It was the same as all the other attacks, but in the end, my hearing in my right ear was almost gone. I think I was 90% loss, hearing loss. And the worst thing though was that I have not experienced before was my balance. It was like I had to concentrate on just walking. Anything I did, I had to like really think, almost think about it.
Right.
Because if I didn't, I felt very unstable.
Uh-huh.
And then I had it was very tight, from the back of my neck all the way to the mid, section of my skull was very tight.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the difference.
And how is this affecting your day-to-day life? Work, family, social?
It affected pretty much everything. By the end of the day, I have a pretty long commute. By the time I was driving home, I had to basically like lean over onto the window to, just to get my head to relax.
Really?
So that was, and just doing things with my daughter, we like to hike, go biking and that. I would do it, but it would only be on a good day that I felt like I was stable enough to do it.
Because of the feeling of imbalance.
Yes.
And you were affected by stimulus too,
Yes.
malls, movies,
Yes.
sporting events. So
yeah, I couldn't go into a mall. Halfway, maybe 5 minutes into just walking into a mall or a grocery store or anything like that, I'd feel very car sick.
So how do you feel now? What are some of the changes you've noticed in starting care?
My hearing is much better. The fullness in my ear is gone.
Awesome.
And I can actually hear out of this ear. It's not 100% better, but it's much better.
Super.
And my balance is, I'm pretty much back to normal.
Not an issue.
And my first visit, the first treatment I got, this tightness, it was, by the time I walked out, it was gone.
That's amazing. That's awesome. And I remember when we celebrated, when you went to the Devils game,
Right.
just the fact of watching the hockey puck go back and forth was,
Right.
I mean, something that most people take for granted was like a huge victory for you.
And one other thing was I couldn't look like up and to the right like that.
Right.
Because if I did, I would literally just fall over.
Right.
And now it's not an issue anymore.
That's why we asked you to sit in that chair, so you could demonstrate. So there's a lot of people watching that are unsure about upper cervical, if they could be helped. I mean, you lived with this for 10 years. Many people there have been to every ENT and specialist and vestibular testing and maybe medications. What would you tell someone that's skeptical but that is looking or considering at coming in and speaking to us?
Well, I did research before I did come, and I think the doctor's name was Dr. Michael Burkan. He did a lot so there's a lot of information out there that you could look into that is about upper cervical chiropractic care. It's not scary. It's, you think about, oh, they're going to adjust my neck, they're going to crack my neck, and it's not.
How gentle is it for
it's
somebody?
Very gentle, very gentle. It's almost like a massage. And when you leave, you will feel unbelievably different.
Awesome. Well, I thank you for taking the time to share with everybody and your trust and confidence. Thank you very much.